And good morning. It is 16 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the American Legion Post 61 family, we have Commander Lee and Auxiliary President Jenn back with us. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How's life in y'all's world this morning?
In a word, busy.
Busy. Yeah, it is a busy time of the year. I mean,
It is.
I know just as a post, been busy and going to be busy. You got Fair Week next week, and so
that's going to be intense.
So when they're not at the farmers market or doing a ceremony or doing something or at a something like that, then this week we're gonna be out at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair all week long. We'll have the American Legion booth out in the commercial building, and so that's probably the big project.
That's going to be huge, yeah.
But then there's Halloween right around the corner after that. There's Veterans Day.
A couple posters.
Yep.
It literally is, out of the frying pan and into the fire as far as busyness right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
Which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, but besides that, we're also heavily focused on wreaths across America right now. We need to get donations for this, $15 per wreath.
Okay. Explain to people that are not familiar with Wreaths Across America what the concept is.
Well, in December, we try to put a wreath on every veteran's grave possible. And we do this through donations.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it directly from our website, or you can call me, or even visit us at the fair or farmer's market or whatever. But $15 gets a wreath on a veteran.
Okay.
And that's what our big push is right now. We've only had about 5 or 6 sponsorships to date.
Well,
so.
and folks, if you haven't been out to our cemeteries recently, we have a lot of veterans that call both cemeteries.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter which one you go to. They both have a lot of veterans that call that place home. So it would be very nice if every single veteran's grave in this community had a wreath on it.
That would be nice. We got
during
about
the December holiday season.
We have about 300 at Memory Lawn, and I don't know how many.
Well over 3,000.
I will say
at
it's about
South
10 times that number over at South Park.
Yeah.
So we really need a lot of wreaths, folks. Seriously.
Last year was our high year, and we had 135 wreaths. We're hoping to break that record again this year, but we need your guys' help to do it.
Absolutely, and it's $15, and of course, on the day of, we can probably use some bodies to help us distribute and place, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's get to let's get to raising the money. So at some point, we got enough to maybe buy. It'd be great if we got like 1,000 wreaths.
That'd be so exciting.
That'd be cool if we could do that. But
I'd hate to have that problem.
Yeah, that would be a good problem.
That'd
to
be
have
a rough problem.
Yeah. So please reach out. We'll tell you by the time we're done talking here, you'll know how to contact us to get involved in all that, because we'll kind of, because otherwise we'll be telling you every single minute here with all the other stuff we got going
Indeed.
on. But yeah, it's a great thing to support and help out and show our appreciation, because and to be honest, obviously the veterans no longer with us, but it's more for the families, the people that
definitely.
It's not
to show
just,
that appreciation.
Right. It's not just decorating the graves. I know a lot of folks can get that wrong impression, but it's not just the placing of the wreath. You say the veteran's name and acknowledge their sacrifice and their service.
Yes.
And it brings awareness to our veterans and all that they do for us.
One thing two words you hear quite often in military and circles and things like that: never forget. And we don't take that lightly. And this is part of that. We don't forget the people that made sacrifices for us, and we will continue to do it. I don't care if they did it in 1776 or 1992. Doesn't matter when that happened. It's they sacrificed, and we will honor them, and that's the point of this.
Right.
So that's the when we talk about tradition and why in history and why things are important, this is at the fabric of that. So that's why we do it.
And another nice thing about the Wreaths Across America program is that it's not just placing wreaths on the graves in December. It's a year-round project where they work with the youth and the communities and educate them and promote all of the things that not only are important as American citizens, but some of the foundations of the American Legion as well. It's why these two groups go so well together.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. It's they share a lot of common ground, a lot of common goals, common interests. And,
Yes.
and so we support that. So we would hope you can help us support them by supporting us by doing this. So if you reach out and donate $15 or $30 or $100,000, whatever you wanted.
Yeah, we'd be happy to take that.
I'd hate to have that problem.
Yeah. It's like, what do we do with all this? I'm sure we'll find a good use for it.
And trust me, we're very appreciative of that because we thank you for the memory of these people that we're trying to help preserve.
Yep.
So
it is our honor.
So
Yeah.
we just got back from Milwaukee.
yes,
obviously.
National Convention.
National
Yeah.
Convention. That was fun.
And aside from elections and all that happy stuff, we
Isn't that where Laverne and Shirley, Milwaukee?
yeah.
Didn't see them
yeah,
while
I
you're
think
there,
so.
did you?
No,
No.
well, Penny Marshall is gone.
Yes, she's no longer with. Is Shirley still with us?
I think so.
I thought I remember her passing too, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I hope
I don't know.
Anyway, one of the big programs that came out this year is Be the One.
Yes.
That's kind of like the primary focus. Post 61 has taken up Be the One. It kind of is a combination of suicide awareness, prevention, and buddy checks and
Gotcha.
such. So
It's all streaming in the mental health side.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. You know, and just remember 988 press 1 if you need to get, mental health for yourself or somebody else. That's been set up. But be the one to reach out to veterans and really anybody for that matter. All you got to do is listen to these people. I mean, half the time all they want to do is vent and get it off their chest,
Sure.
and whatever, and then usually they feel better. And some veterans are too proud to admit
Absolutely.
they have problems and stuff. So a lot of times just a fellow veteran, just have an ear for, 10 minutes, could probably save a life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that the impact that can have. I mean, not everybody wants to talk about their problems, but a lot of times if you know somebody who's chewed the same dirt, even if you don't even know who they are,
It's a connection. It's
a
understanding.
connection because when I meet a veteran and I just kind of know, aside from the stolen valor and stuff that you run into sometimes, but usually when you talk to somebody for just a couple of minutes, you can tell whether or not they're
Sure.
on the level.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then if they have certain issues, you can usually place where they're from or where they came from or where they served. And a lot of times we can funnel that into getting them either mental health or veteran help
Sure.
in general.
Putting in
or
touch with
medical.
someone's got their six.
Just talk to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Exactly.
But remember, be the one, and this is going to be our primary focus now going forward. We just, last weekend, we did a Gold Star Mother ceremony at First United Methodist Church. We reviewed approximately 39 families that were from Roswell, all the way going back to World War I, all the way up to the present time, and we did a nice little ceremony for them last Sunday.
That's it. And again, this is why, because of the remembrance and doing it and keeping that memory and spirit and tradition and all the importance of that going. That's what it is.
Absolutely. And we should be at Farmers Market this Saturday.
Okay.
Last Saturday we weren't there. We had district meetings, and the patriarch of the family that owned the memory lawn, or that does own the memory lawn cemetery. We put a cenotaph out there last Saturday. That's why we weren't at Farmers Market last weekend.
But back this Saturday.
But we should be back this Saturday, and we got a yard sale coming up. Jen, you want to tell them about the yard sale?
Sure. October 15th is going to be our yard sale. It's a group effort. We're going to bring all of the stuff that we can no longer use, and hopefully the community can get some good use out of it. And we're using it as a fundraiser.
Okay.
And anything that is not sold at the yard sale, we will either donate or have to haul off to
Find someone that can use it for their home or whatever, organization.
Yeah.
Where's it located and what's the times?
So we're going to be doing it on October 15th at the First United Methodist Church in their parking lot. And we're actually going to run an ad in the local newspaper here.
Okay.
So all of the details will be in there as well.
Gotcha.
I believe the time is from 8 until everybody gets tired and wants to go home.
and so it'll be our stuff, but then obviously the church there. So if you're coming to find a fine selection of things, it's probably going to be pretty big. So
yeah, that would be my guess.
If you're looking to find deals and find some stuff, you're probably going to have a lot of stuff to look for. So for all you yard sale, I know there's the people that got the lists and it's like, what are you doing Saturday? Yard sailing. And
right?
They hit the paper and they make their map and they plot their thing. Well, you put the First United Methodist Church on that list here, and maybe make that a twofer where you come early and then come back later to say, well, what's still left? Maybe I can grab something else.
Exactly. Yes. And you'll find good deals and all kinds of things like that, but you're also supporting all of our programs by purchasing things from us.
Scouting, because we do. We do support and sponsor a Cub Scout pack.
And I would imagine a few of the scouts will be out there helping us, run the booths.
And as you mentioned, all next week we're going to be at the commercial building for Eastern New Mexico State Fair.
Just ballpark, are we around the same spot as last year, or do we know yet where they
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I went to try to pick up my paperwork, but they apparently have had trouble with people copying the passes and stuff, so they're not going to release it until Saturday.
Yeah, they are kind of protective of those because of
I have no problem with it, but I'm
maybe.
thinking we're going to be at the north section there. I've specifically requested not to be near the stage because
it's hard to
really
talk to folks.
It is loud there, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entertaining because you get the show every couple hours, but yeah, if you're trying to do work in there, it is a little loud.
Mm-hmm.
said
we should have some drawings along the way. I know right now we're drawing for a Sig Sauer 9mm.
Yes, it's a beautiful firearm.
clips.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're selling them for $10 a ticket or 6 for $50. And as supplies last, we're only selling 200 tickets. And the drawing will be on Veterans Day, November 11th.
I know we had chit-chatted. I know Sean, I think Saturday, and they were thinking about, he was like, oh, maybe we can do it on the radio. So if it's not Veterans Day, it'll be that Friday right before if we don't do it.
Well,
the
drawing is scheduled to occur on Veterans Day, November 11th.
November 11th.
Right, because we're going to be very busy
That's right, I figure
on
Saturday
for the Veterans Day
Saturday
parade.
is not Veterans Day.
That's Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe we can do it on the radio.
Yeah,
In fact,
I know we were talking with Sean the other day. I was like, yeah, let's do it on the radio. We can video it the whole night. So.
Absolutely. So that'll
awesome.
be good. And, of course, you have to be eligible to purchase a firearm in the state of New Mexico.
You got to be legally able to carry one.
You have to pass a background check, the whole 9 yards. But the way it works is basically on the day of, we go in, you fill out the paperwork, you pass the paperwork, we pay for the weapon right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I saw photos and pictures, and it's a beautiful. It's a nice piece that I think people will be very proud of.
Yeah, it's the desert.
Yeah, I may have to get in on it.
Well, I already got 6 tickets.
Oh, you did? Okay.
That's all right. There's a lot of fair next week to buy tickets at.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, but then we're going to get down now to the main focus of today is, Veterans Day.
Yes, which will be that
Veterans Day
Saturday.
Parade is on November 12th this year. We're going to start gathering around 8:30. You can park in Pioneer Plaza or behind the courthouse, and then we'll start funneling onto Main Street there. Still having battle with the city, but we'll get that straightened out here pretty soon.
The logistics will all get worked out at some point or another.
About 9 o'clock, your own Mike Winters will be the master of ceremonies.
I will be the guy keeping things flowing. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully, I haven't got 100% buy-in yet, but hopefully our own Matt Miller will be performing with his bagpipe.
I hope so. He's a great bagpipe player, and And I don't care what you say. A man that can play bagpipes just sets his tone. It just does.
It's cool.
When you hear, I mean, Amazing Grace, I mean, that's kind of the official bagpipe song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, I thought it was Thunderstruck. I don't know.
I've seen that. Have you seen that video with the guy? He's got like a fire one.
Yeah.
And it's a
wow.
huge fire out the accordion. It's pretty cool. But anyway,
Wow.
I don't think Matt has that.
Scheduled is Tom Blake. I haven't reached out to him yet, but he always comes to these things, play a couple of songs.
He's a beautiful singer and artist.
Is.
Yeah,
he's like our
really
local treasure.
Yeah.
And Sean Nicholson will be our keynote speaker.
Yes.
We're trying to identify a couple of parade marshals. We're hoping for either World War II or Korea. Get them up on the front.
That'd be great.
Crumlin's already talking about supplying a couple of vehicles for us.
Any World War II Korean vets want to volunteer?
Absolutely.
Love to hear from you. We'd love to put you on the spotlight here. And
yeah.
I know you're like, you don't need to put. No, it'd be fine. All you do is
you just sit in the car and wave.
Sit and let people appreciate your service.
We're still looking for sponsors.
Yep.
Right
Still
now,
got time. Yeah.
I've got, and if you donate $500 or more, we'll help you with a radio spot. We get double our pleasure because we're nonprofit.
Yeah.
So that's our draw. If you want to donate $500 or up, then we'll take 20% of what you donate and throw it at an ad.
Nice.
So
good deal.
That could be $200 worth at a $500 level because the radio stations here in town are really gracious and they offer
and
double.
And as far as this is putting my marketing hat on for you folks out there. When local businesses particularly get involved in local events, the public likes that and generally will want to support businesses that support local things. And so this is why you see your Crumlins and your Deserts or Richlands and all these folks, sponsoring event. Yeah, they care about our community, but part of it is saying, look, these people spend a bunch of money with us. We're going to put some of that back in our community and show that this is our home too. And so when you do events like this, that advertising buck goes a lot more. It's more sincere, if that makes sense. It's like, because a lot of people are like, oh, they got burgers. Let's try the burger. But they're like, no. They're always. I see them at the Veterans Parade. I see when Walk for Hope's going, they're out there doing their thing, or when this is at this event, they're doing that. And people notice that kind of stuff. So
they sure do.
So being a part of that, definitely, it's just to give you a fine example here. Another Gold Star thing here with the Calico Cow and Angel and all of that. She just has a sewing shop, that sits there and makes and sells and does sewing things and all that. But because she's like, no, this isn't just about sewing. It's about being a part of this community and, what she did during COVID and what she continues to do each day out there. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about. People notice that, and that business is doing well, not because she spends $1 million on advertising, because she runs a good business, but she's also involved in the community and is helping and doing that. And that's why that you get more, pardon the pun, bang for your buck here by, sponsoring things like this.
Well, and speaking of sponsors, we've got Crumlin, of course.
Of course,
come in
yes.
at a very high level. We've got Plateau Networks actually came forward. A couple years ago, we had that other one in town, but they haven't stepped forward yet. We have...
You mentioned Reineke, didn't you?
Well, Reineke didn't donate to the Veterans Day Parade.
Oh, they're always donating.
They're
somewhere,
doing charity
form.
birds.
Yeah, they.
Okay.
Yep, they made it.
Lagrone.
Yes.
Yeah, they sent me money, and then through the VFW, I understand we're getting Johnny's Car Care.
Oh,
is
good.
what I've been told.
Oh, glad to hear that.
So, and I'm
more
still
the merrier.
waiting on a couple others that are pretty big and pretty traditional ones that come through, but not so far.
Yeah, but we're hoping that folks will get their donations in by the 30th.
Okay.
Because we want to do a full month of advertising for them in October.
Sure.
Leading up to the parade.
So you got a couple days here to get in this information to us here.
But I want to do a shout out to Stacy Lemon and Destiny over at Roswell Honda. They called me up the other day and asked if they could do the poster for us, and
that's nice.
It is looking awesome.
Beautiful graphic artists doing their thing. It's gorgeous.
Good deal.
So right now we're trying to finalize the poster, get all the sponsors on there and stuff. But we had a little glitch. I signed up for one of those free QRC makers.
Okay.
And I just got a notice yesterday that says if I don't pay $200, they turn them off. So
yeah, but one of the nice things is that when we mentioned this to Stacy and Destiny, they said, you know what, we'll take care of that too.
No,
so,
that's
cool. they're really helping us out,
really
and I know they're.
Well, I know the Crumlin Auto Group veterans are near and dear to them. So it does not surprise me.
Yeah. According to them, they're going to do a radio spot and some other advertising for us. So Crumlin really is
good deal.
Yeah.
Well, I know they're
taking
gearing
the bull
up
by the horns.
at Honda. They usually do because we're getting into October and paint Honda pink and their breast cancer awareness stuff. That's one of their big events. So they're kind of gearing up for that right now too. So it's great for them to stop what they're doing there and help out with the Veterans Parade stuff. So, that's a good
but
thing.
like I say, $500 or more gets you some advertisement in RDR and on the radio stations here and Majestic. Plus, like I say, you'll be on the poster, and we'll start distributing that around town real soon.
So even some of the smaller businesses, I know 500 can be kind of steep for those just starting out, but if you would like to donate, you're more than welcome to, and we will still add you to the poster.
Absolutely. Whatever you can afford would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I'm not saying if you don't want to donate less than $500.
Yeah, every dime will go towards the parade and veterans affairs. And
veterans and children
issues.
here in Roswell.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, that's kind of because, and just for a reminder of kind of post 61 families pet projects, scouting with the Cub Scouts. That's one of our memory lawn cemetery is one of our other big adopted projects. So a lot of our money and resources goes to those two things, along with the stuff with scholarships to that we've got a great scholarship.
I do want to say something about memory lawn. If you have folks buried out there, please don't put concrete blocks or stack rocks and stuff around your loved one's grave. Let me tell you what happens is the rain comes in, and we get
does happen there once in a while around here.
Every now and again it happens, yeah.
We get it all in one day.
Since a lot of the graves out at Memory Lawn don't have vaults underneath of them,
there's a
lot of soft dirt and stuff on there. So when that gets wet, we can't run the heavy equipment out there to cut the grass. We have to wait until the dirt firms up to the point where we can drive it. Actually, Ralph has actually sunk in before and you had to have the tractor pulled out.
Oh wow, it got that deep.
Yeah.
And I'm deadly serious.
Yeah.
But since there's a delay, the grass grows up higher than the concrete blocks, and we can't see them.
And then there goes your lawnmowers.
Whatever it is. But the last time when Ralph was out there, he hit something, and it destroyed the undercarriage of his riding lawnmower. It cost me almost $500 to fix it.
Oof.
Right.
So,
and then, of course, that delayed us being able to mow longer. So,
about another 4 or 5
So keep
days.
everything below mower deck height if you could.
Please don't stack stuff by your loved one's graves.
Stick with the flowers and the taller things that stick out and stand out a little bit that we won't see, miss with the lawnmower.
Right,
That being said, also, we are running low on funds for gas.
Okay. Gas prices came down, but they ain't come down that much.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but we have a very limited pool. I mean, we've had lots of people donate, okay?
And
we've had people donate from out of state and all that stuff, but we're down to like $250 in that account.
Okay.
And that's like...
And by the way, you can donate directly for, if you're saying, hey, Post 61, here's $100, but I want it to go right for Memory Lawn.
Absolutely.
We'll be like, no problem. That's exactly what we'll do with it.
Right. All you do is if you want to send me a check, write in the memo line for Memory Lawn, for Cub Scouts, for if you want to specifically earmark it for one of our programs, Gold Star, White Star, Silver Star, whatever your passion is, If you want me to only apply that money to that, just write it in the memo line.
Yeah, and we will honor your wishes to a T.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Yep.
And one thing about Post 61, we don't really have a building. We don't have a bar. We don't have any of the traditional expenses other than insurance.
Some reason churches frown on us putting bars in there.
I know.
Strange,
it's,
right?
it's really strange.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
so that being said, all of your money goes to programs.
Yes.
We don't keep any of it.
No.
I mean, we donate it to Child Welfare Foundation. We help kids locally.
Yeah. Or it goes to making charity bears to give to the
Right.
police officers
Charity
to
bears.
give. It's
Right.
every
right.
single dime we get goes into some project or some
Yeah.
scholarship
No
or
question
something
about it.
that it's not like we're going, all right, there's beer money. It's not none of that's going on. I
No.
assure you.
But I mean, Reineke is probably our lead donator when it comes to charity bears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have a passion for those. They love those little bears.
They
Yeah.
gave us. They've sponsored at least 50 bears.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
It's wonderful.
That's
we
awesome.
got it. We've already delivered a bunch of them to the sheriff. I talked to Mike Harrington. I want to say about a week ago, and I asked him how the charity bears were going. He says, "Oh, we're going through them all the time."
Okay.
So
does he need more?
he needs more,
Okay.
Which is good because
got
we
a
have
bunch.
more to give him.
We have more to give him than I
Well, I
already
know we
told
want to
him.
kind of spread the love and give a little of the RPD and
We do, yes.
state police and all law enforcement.
We have enough on hand right now that
Good,
we could do.
good.
Well, we could probably do Chavez County and a little bit of RPD. I don't think we have enough for state yet.
Okay.
But we're
If you
still,
want to give us more money, we'll make enough.
Right. We're running.
every Thursday we
Yes.
make these things.
Yeah.
And we're
So-
running low on stuffing. So if you
Okay.
got, if any
Stuffing.
And not
Yes.
stovetop, the kind you put in bears.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Don't come up there with
These are not
stovetop going,
edible.
"Here you go."
These aren't edible.
no, not these bears.
And actually, they're very kid safe too,
Yes.
because they don't have really anything that can be.
Yeah, swallowed or choking
Swallowed.
Yeah,
hazards.
no.
It's all cloth and,
Yep.
it's a stuffed bear.
Yep.
You can sleep. Use,
No
use
buttons, none
they
of
can
that.
use as a pillow or cuddle with it or
Yeah, they're
whatever
very
they need
cute.
to. So, yeah.
So come see us at Farmers Market this weekend.
This Saturday.
Come see us next week.
Have you
at
guys
Eastern
heard any
New Mexico
rumblings
State Fair.
on length of now we're getting into October. Now we're starting to get into borrowed time for farmers market.
Yeah, I'm not
Have
really
they
sure.
have they given any indicators on how many more weeks they're going to go out there? or
Usually it
anything?
goes kind of week by week. So
Yeah.
this weekend we'll probably know if we're going to come out next weekend
Okay.
or not. But it being the state fair, it may not do
It's
that.
going to be
week. I don't know.
difficult for us to do Farmers Market when we're at
The Eastern New
fairgrounds.
Mexico
Eastern
State
New
Fair.
Mexico State Fair.
Yeah.
But we're going to try. But
Well, it'll be a
Is-
bigger problem for next Saturday, not this Saturday.
my
but next-
understanding
yeah.
is they're only going 1 week beyond that.
Okay.
My understanding is the 8th, and then I guess it would be the 15th is the week after that. I think that's the last day scheduled.
Okay.
For Farmers.
Yeah, I was just
Market.
thinking, I was like, oh man, we're getting into October.
Yeah.
Farmers
We're
Market
about
should be
done.
wrapping up here.
But Post
How much longer are
61
they
was
gonna keep
we're
going?
definitely going to do this farmers market on Saturday,
Good.
and then we'll be at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, and then that following weekend is the yard sale on the 15th.
At First United Methodist Church.
Right.
Yeah.
And that'll start about 8:00 in the morning and go until we either run out of things or everybody gets very tired and wants to go home.
And real quick, before Veterans Day, but after the yard sale
Yes.
is Halloween.
Indeed.
And of course, Post 61. Thanks to our creative evil geniuses that make these monsters.
Oh,
and
they
things
love
that they
Halloween.
Do.
We finish
I
one
say evil,
Halloween
not evil
event,
demons.
and then they start
Dude,
planning the next
It's
one.
not going to be a drive-through this year.
That's right. It's a get out your car and walk around through.
Yeah.
It's supposed
Yes.
to be a carnival.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
But
And I've already got word. I can't. No spoilers.
All right.
But Rodney's going to go out there and make one big tent.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
All right.
And then each tent's going to have.
Yeah, they're making a walk through haunted house.
walk-through.
Okay.
But it's not going to be super scary, so you
No.
can
Right.
You
When I
can,
say evil geniuses, I'm being in jest here.
yeah. The planners of this program
Yeah.
typically dress up as Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
so,
they have fun with it.
Yeah,
but
it's
they
int-
get creative.
they do.
You see the inner child of some of our folks here coming
Yes.
out as they get their creative juices flowing and just have fun with it.
So
And
we've received word that there's another group in town that's going to do one that requires you sign waivers.
Yeah. So if you want a really scary one, that'll be the other group.
Yeah, it sounds like that one.
But I will tell you
Probably
that
power tools.
we are much more family oriented.
Yeah, ours is going to be fun.
Apparently the other one, they reach out and touch you and all kinds of stuff.
Well, that's fine if they warn people.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's going to be a good haunted house, but ours is for the younger.
Know Pastor Laird came to me and he says,
No,
tell me you're not doing anything like that.
No, we're family friendly.
No way.
Yeah, it's fun, and we're more about sweet.
Yes,
we are.
We are. Yeah, we're more about treats instead of tricks.
Ghosts, goblins, and ghouls.
Yes, and we will have games and things, and all of this is happening on the Saturday before Halloween,
the 29th.
The 29th.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's from 1 to 5, so it'll be an afternoon affair.
Yep.
Right.
And so you can, if you've got a Halloween party that night, you won't miss that.
We're requesting a donation, so if you got $1 or some
whatever you can afford,
change, just throw it in the bucket.
And if you're broke and just want to come.
Yeah.
Money's not the thing.
No.
It's a community thing. We want to celebrate and have fun.
It's a requested donation.
Give your chance for your family to come and celebrate.
We want to provide a fun, safe place for the kids.
Place where you don't have to worry about, do they got a bright enough costume? Are they going to get hit in the street? None of that. We ain't worry about
No. I do tell you that we may have some photography going on. We may have some videoing going on. So just bear in mind if your kid looks really good, they probably might get a feature.
You've got a pretty sweet costume and everything else.
Photo ops.
Yeah, so come on. Yeah. Don your best.
Yes.
Maybe, who knows? We might get extra candy or something with really good
Oh,
prizes.
for sure.
That's
the other thing too is we need donations for candy and stuff like that. I've already got my.
We're competing against the sheriff's department on that one, and they got more manpower than we do on getting candy.
Yeah. That reminds me. On a brief note for the Veterans Day Parade, I do believe that the sheriff's going to bring that massive vehicle. I guess he's going to have that down
big.
there.
It's got tires the size of Rhode Island.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool vehicle.
We had hoped to get an Osprey come in, but they grounded them.
Did they?
So we can't get an Osprey.
Are they on a mechanical thing?
I don't know if they're going to survive this one, but they said that they're grounded.
Oh.
And
we're hoping it's just temporary.
Right now, I think Larry is working on maybe getting a flyover.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
they cut defense budgets, things like Osprey.
Yeah, I have not heard what the status of that is, but we're hopeful.
All right.
And
maybe next year.
Larry informed me that we're going to have probably some car show people out there.
Cool. Love cars.
And
this is up at the Wool Bowl.
Yeah, ittle be in the Wool Bowl parking lot.
That's the thing. Post the thing.
Post the parade.
I should tell you, we're going to have vendors. There's going to be food. I know that Robert McDonald was telling me they're going to get a bouncy house for the kids.
Okay. Yeah, we want people to hang out afterwards and come and meet. Like we're hoping maybe some other nonprofits will want to come and set up a booth out there for information and things. And of course, like you said, we get the bouncy houses and the food and just make it a little picnic carnival hangout.
It will all kind of depend on the football schedule, but I understand that that's a playoff weekend. So
and Saturdays, Nimmy's usually in there, and it could depending November 11th. Yeah, that might
November
be
12th.
right. November. I'm just trying to think. That might be right around first or second round of the playoffs there. Too.
Right.
So that tells us that
sometimes those
we
are on
have
Saturdays.
to be out of there before noon.
Yeah, but those aren't always. It just depends on who they play because if the team they got to play is like over 100 or 200 miles, then they've got to play on Saturday. But if it's under that, then they can decide Friday or Saturday night.
So really, I think realistically, we're looking at from maybe 10:30 to 12 or something like that.
Okay.
If there's a football game, we might go a little bit longer.
Maybe we'll call us the pregame show.
There you go.
Right, there you go.
Come out and tailgate with us and have fun and celebrate veterans. Then get on in and root on Coyotes, Bulldogs, or not Bulldogs, Rockets, or
whomever is playing.
NMMI, the Colts or Broncos, whoever happens to be playing in there that day. So, good deal.
Yep. So we'll do the ceremonies at 9 down at the courthouse lawn, and then we'll do the parade, say about 10 o'clock. And then when everybody gets up to the Wool Bowl, that's where the party continues.
Absolutely. So that'll be that Saturday,
Everybody
November.
bring your lawn chairs out. watch us along the route, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, please come and
Let the veterans know you care.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like I said,
Wave a flag.
part one will be right there, kind of on the courthouse lawn in that area. So you want to get a spot to sit and watch the speeches and the things, and watch me screw up the MCing, and then and then kind of conglomerate in the parade, and then we'll all come and finish up the party over at the Wobo parking lot.
There is no charge to be in the parade. If you want to be in the parade, just show up.
Yep.
We start lining up around 8:30. I'll have probably most of my VFW guys out there. They volunteered to do the kind of the traffic control for the parade itself.
And the plans like last year, where we're not closing down the road. It'll be a drive-by kind of thing, right?
We are closing down between 4th and 5th.
Okay, but as far as Main Street goes,
Street,
Right.
no.
The
It's
sheriff's
gonna be-
department has volunteered to take us up to the Wobo,
It's going to
Cool.
be
Very
what we
good.
call a procession.
and escorted.
It's an
Yes.
escorted.
Yeah,
thing,
like it.
which is so cool anyway, you know?
Those kind of feel more important, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Feel a little presidential when you got a fleet of police cars going around you, taking you
Right?
somewhere.
Any veterans, like if you may be listening in some of the convalescent homes and stuff around town, we'll be contacting you guys. If you want to participate in the parade, Southeast New Mexico Transport is going to be taking veterans.
And they
up
were
the
last year.
streets.
They were begging for veterans to come
Yes,
on that
they
day.
were.
So please reach out to them. They would love to have you be a part of their group in the parade.
Very much so.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember doing MCs. Hey, any vets want to ride with these guys? Come on over.
Yep,
They
yep.
were really wanting vets to come. So please, and that's an amazing organization, by the way. If
The
you can't-
transport group. Yes.
Even if you don't want to ride in the parade with them, support them financially or volunteer to be with. They are a great organization. That's
No
a
doubt.
godsend to many veterans here in our
It is, yeah. It takes folks all the way up to Albuquerque
Yeah.
and Artesia and all over the place for their medical appointments.
Yep, absolutely. So we're running a little short on time here. Is there anything we definitely missed that we want to cover?
We need to let them know how to get a hold of us.
Oh, yeah, the contact part I said, listen to the end to tell you about. Yeah.
RoswellLegion.org.
Yes.
It looks a little funny. There's 3 L's in the middle. RoswellLegion.org or 575-268-0220 is the phone number.
So if you got 3 L's, you did it right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
If you want to send an email generic to the post, just post at roswelllegion.org. If you want to send it to me because, you want to make sure that somebody with a name gets it, it's commander at roswelllegion.org.
Okay.
So either way, call me, email me, or go to the website.
Yeah.
Down on the website, about halfway down the first page, you see some pillars there.
Yes.
On the left-hand side, that's the donation button. That's PayPal.
And, of course, if there's any veterans that are not a member of the Legion and want to be
can join, yeah.
involved, you can learn all about what we do, our pillars, everything that we stand for,
Right.
why we are what we are. And if you're thinking, yeah, I like that, then come join us.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Want to join? Call me.
Absolutely.
It's only $50 a year, less than $1 a week.
The veteran, the spouse of a veteran, the son of a veteran, all can be a part of our family.
Speaking of veterans, Cub Scouts, we offer subsidies for Cub Scouting. So if you join the Legion, the first year, every dollar that you give me for, joining either the Legion, the auxiliary,
Yeah.
the junior auxiliary, the sons, the junior sons, every dollar spent goes towards
The
your
scouting
scouting
fees.
for the first year.
Good.
Plus, we pool all that money. And so at the end of the year, all the fundraising that we get, we're going to be hopefully selling popcorn and all that stuff.
Scouting has their own
Yeah.
fundraising things, too. Yeah.
Right.
No, that's what they are.
Yeah, popcorn for
yeah.
for scouting, Boy
So
Scouts.
any monies that I get in, I throw into that account, and as long as your child participates in at least 2 distinct fundraising events,
They're good to
in
go.
only 1 hour each time, we will split that money up for each scout. So you can save a lot of money on scouts and be a member.
I remember as a kid selling that popcorn myself.
Yeah.
By the way, y'all got it better nowadays because you got so many more varieties of things to sell. Back when I had it, they gave you a box with popcorn in it and said, here, sell it. Now you got caramel corns and candy and microwave kind.
Do I sense
and all.
a little jealousy here?
I'm just saying, technology got you all better. All we had was here's popcorn. What am I supposed to do with a box of popcorn? Pop it. They didn't understand. So now they get it.
Yes, we have lots of opportunities.
Yeah, it's so much better. So, again, don't forget, RoswellLegion.org is the website. You can learn everything about what we talked about here, including phone numbers and everything we'd mentioned if you didn't catch those earlier. And then one other thing, come out Thursday nights. Every Thursday night, First United Methodist Church. The auxiliaries out there every Thursday sewing and doing things, but the Legionnaires and the meetings will be that first Thursday of the month.
That reminds me. In October, because we're at Eastern New Mexico State Fair,
a week back, yeah,
we're going to be holding our regularly scheduled meeting on the second Thursday,
Which is the
in
13th.
October, because we don't have enough personnel. We need more members.
Yes, we do. We
How
need
big's
help.
our booth out at the fair? Maybe we just meet there that night.
You know,
About
that's
the
possible.
size of your workbench right here.
Just elbows and just get elbow to elbow and get in there. We'll have a little meeting in there. It's like, oh, you want to register? By the way, hold on. We got to do our. We can't do that.
But anyway, any Thursday, you'll probably get somebody out
Yes.
there at the church after, well, specifically after 6.
Yeah.
We're sometimes there as early as 5 or 5:30, but 6 o'clock for sure.
Yeah. And then, of course, look for us out at the fair next week.
Yeah.
We're the ones in the pointy hats.
Pointy hats?
Well, they're pointy.
In the middle.
In the middle. Kind of.
They're garrison caps.
Yeah, I know, but how many people know that term?
Yeah, we're the ones in the hats and
They know
the blue
pointy.
vests.
Pointy hats, I think, are like Fez or
Yeah.
Shriners.
See, I was
Yeah,
thinking a
that's true.
witch's hat. It's almost Halloween.
Or a
so-
witch's
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
You know, I always wear the
bladed hat, maybe?
sorcerer hat, you know. Well, it's a sling bait. I'm fixing to kill you.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you guys. We'll see
Thank
you
you very
next
much.
time.
Appreciate it.
It is.